Hey, Sassy Stuff. I'm Emma here with Georgia, and we're going to talk a little bit about our own Carson Beck. So, Carson Beck initially declared for the NFL draft, but he did reverse his decision entering the transfer portal. Nobody really knew where he was going to go, but it has now been made official that he will be going to Miami. So, how do you feel about him forgoing the NFL for college football?
I think I saw yesterday that he got like a $4 million offer to stay in college football, and I don't think anyone would turn down that offer. So I understand that. I did think it was a little weird and shocking. It was not something that was on my bingo card for the year. So, we know why he went to Miami for his girlfriend. That's fine.
Yeah, they already put out a TikTok together.
Yeah, I'm sure they're happy. So, it just was not something that I was expecting though.
No, me neither. Like once he already said he was going to go to the NFL, I know he didn't end up signing the papers to make it official. I thought that was a good move for him, especially because next year's recruiting class for quarterback, I think, is going to be a lot stronger. I know Quinn Ewers said that he's going to go to the NFL, and I think that's smart for him to do at this point, just because of what's coming next year. Carson Beck, he probably would have gone in the second or third round on day two, but you look at what these rookie signings are, and it's a little under $800,000. Plus, they get bonuses throughout, but he's getting 4 million right off the top. And then he can use the NIL to really get more revenue through different brand deals and anything like that. And plus, you get incentives, I'm sure, in college football as well. So I think it is a smart move financially for him. Your career in football, in any sport, can end at any time with an injury. And taking the money now might be the better option and really developing under a new head coach. He'll go to Miami, work for Mario Cristobal. They are coming off a 10-2 season. They had strong quarterback development with Cam Ward, who might be the number one pick in the draft this year. So they might be a good environment for developing quarterbacks. So this could be a good move for him, especially because he was very inconsistent this year.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of it had to do with how Georgia fans might have treated him this year. I don't think they were very nice to him. So my thought is, oh, well, if I'm going to stay in college football, I'm not going to stay where I'm not wanted.
Yeah.
So I don't encourage people to really make decisions around significant others. That's just my personal opinion. I don't, life choices when you're young shouldn't revolve around your girlfriend or your boyfriend. But Miami's fun. So even if he wasn't just going for his girlfriend, I'd love to live in Miami again. So I think it's going to be interesting because I think if he has a bad season, it's going to kind of be the wrong choice.
Yeah. And, I look at what conference he's going to, though. He's going to be in the ACC. That is easier week to week. Georgia had the hardest schedule this year. And in the SEC, they're just flipping home and aways. So it is still most likely going to be a very difficult season for Georgia next year. So with Miami, with the ACC schedule, I think he has a lot of opportunity to really show off. Now, will Miami have a defense to complement their typically good offense? That's another story that we could talk about. But I think for Carson Beck, he is a plug and play starter. He's good. He just needs a little bit further development, and he needs obviously protection around him. But Miami typically has really good receivers. So I think with a QB like Carson Beck, who is typically a pocket passer, that could be really good for him and really showcase him for the future NFL draft.
Yeah, and I think he definitely has an easier road with being in the ACC and not the SEC. But that is one thing I feel like Cam Ward kind of carried Miami on his back, and I don't know if Carson Beck will be able to do the same. I don't see him as a player that can win games individually. So, like Cam Ward did for Miami. So there was a bunch of times there was like the defense literally I felt like was playing against Cam Ward. Yeah, it's like this man has had to save y'all so many times. I don't think Carson Beck's gonna be able to do that.
We're gonna have to see for sure, but it really opens up the question for players is do you use all of your eligibility now in college to grow and develop and transfer under new coaches because you are getting these high payment deals, typically higher than a rookie contract. So this could be a really big thing for players moving forward, maybe foregoing the NFL draft for a year or two before making that decision to rack up the millions and millions of dollars that they can get in college football right now. And will there be changes? I think so. I think there will be new contracts in place to how many times you can transfer, what the consequences would be for transferring, whether it be a monetary consequence or like you have to sit a year before playing or you lose a year of eligibility, whatever the consequences may be. I feel like players are going to be more incentivized to stay where they're at or make a more conscious decision when they are transferring. But I think the money right now being the wild, wild west, players are going to utilize that moving forward. They are in almost complete power right now. So why not stay in college football, make 4 million as your base contract, get incentives probably put there as well if you reach certain goals and then have your other NIL deals throughout and really rack up some cash before going to the NFL and making that rookie contract. So,
And maybe even yeah, skip the NFL, invest the money, save it, and then don't kill your body in the NFL. Yeah, just chill for the rest of your life. Like if you really look at it and you don't sit there and buy $1 million houses and stuff and you just live like a normal human being with that $4 million, you could last and you invest it, you can last a while.
absolutely.
So that's what I would do. I'd be like, yeah, sure, being in the NFL would be cool, but I can just relax.
Yeah. Or you can go into coaching or hosting or whatever. So, I mean, there's lots of questions regarding how the new format of college football is shaping the future of this sport in general. But as seen now with Carson Beck, you can stay in college and make more and more money and have that incentive to transfer. I thought for a while Quinn Ewers would maybe transfer and be the QB1 for a different program and rake in some money and get more experience as well. He is going to the NFL. I thought Milrow could have done that as well and gone to a different school under a different head coach and learn more because we do always forget that this is college. This is a school. They're going to classes every day. I know when they're on the football field, we're taking it like they're pros and they're pre-pro, but they are students and they're learning and that means they're learning in their what they want to do, which is football for most of them. So they're learning at their position. They're learning under their coaches and their coordinators. And so maybe going to a different program will really revitalize you. I always go back to Jalen Hurts when he left Alabama. He became the QB he is. He's in the playoffs again. He was in a Super Bowl game. He might be in the Super Bowl again this year. And that all came from learning at Alabama and then transferring and learning from another head coach, another coordinator. So this could be really good for Carson Beck if he really clicks with these teachers that he will have at Miami.
I think it's important to be able to learn from multiple different coaches, multiple different coordinators, because you're not going to always have, especially in the NFL, the same coordinator every year. People switch around so much now. And I think people really need to learn a program. And I think it would be beneficial for some people. I don't like the whole transferring around, but I get it to an extent.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do you guys, especially the Bulldogs, are you guys happy with the transfer? Do you think this is the right move for him? Do you think he should have gone to the NFL? Do you think Miami's the right school, or should he have stayed with the Georgia Bulldogs? Would he have even played for the Georgia Bulldogs? There we have so many questions, and we'd like to hear your thoughts. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.